Sonic. You know him, you love him, you might even want to be him. But with the fan base as picky as this one is, there might be some takes that are considered hot. And I feel like I have some of these hot takes to bring to the table. Will you agree? Will you disagree? Let's find out right now. So we all know and love Sonic. We know Sonic Adventure, his first 3D game. And we all know this model. This guy was so popular, in fact, that he got a custom skin in Sonic X Shadow Generations. Yeah, this model, I hate him. I do not like anything about him. I don't like his block fingers. I don't like that his shoes look like trapezoids. I don't like the fact that his eyelids are tan instead of blue. I especially don't like the lack of melanin in his skin. People hate the DX port, but I love it because look at the model we got instead. Just look at this comparison. And it's not even just Sonic. I don't like Knuckles, I don't like Tails. Honestly, I think Amy's the only one that has a good model in that game. Really, I think the DX model should be the one getting more recognition than this one. This next one, I feel like it shouldn't be a hot take, but it is. Ian Flynn is a good writer. Man, I swear, some of you Sonic fans are the most pickiest, most whiny babies on the planet. Ian Flynn has been writing these characters for a long time, predominantly in the comics, but now he's actually starting to write for the games, and people are losing their minds over it. This really became apparent to me when the Sonic Generations rewrite came out, and we got references to things like the Time Stones, West and Southside Island. People have problems with that? Guys, what's wrong with continuity? Ian Flynn's a good writer, I don't care what anybody says, and honestly, if Sega didn't have specific mandates on these characters, I'm sure they could be way better. This next one I also don't think it should be a hot take, but this game is so divisive, it is. Sonic Heroes is a good game. No, not even that. Sonic Heroes is a great game. You guys just suck. I love Sonic Heroes, but people just have complaints about the game that I can just chalk up as a skill issue. People complain about Team Dark's levels being too long. People complain about Team Chaotic's levels being too chaotic. Like, stage length, to each their own. Personally, I didn't mind Team Dark's stage length. I think they had enough to keep me occupied that I wouldn't really notice how long the stage has been going on. And when it comes to Team Chaotic's, guys, it's not that hard. I've only ever beaten Sonic Heroes once, and that first playthrough, I had no trouble getting through any of Team Chaotic's stages. Collected all the rings, I destroyed all the robots, I blew out all the torches, and I even collected all those crabs. Now, some complaints are justified. The physics, yeah, they can be a little wonky. And I can understand that beating the game 4 times to unlock the last story isn't everybody's cup of tea. But personally, my biggest problem with Sonic Heroes is that it's stuck on the Xbox, GameCube, and PlayStation 2. I mean, and PC, which is the way I play it, but not everybody can play it like that. So, long story short, Sonic Heroes is a good game, and we need a remake or a remaster or just a port. Thank you. Next hot take. Eggman should have won the death battle. Alright, my for real next hot take, I think Sage should have stayed dead in Sonic Frontiers. I thought her character really came full circle, it culminated perfectly, and her sacrifice was beautiful. Like, it was sweet when the DLC first came out and we got to see Eggman actually get to go home with his daughter, but I just don't really see her meshing that well in future Sonic games. I also feel like this has to do with Eggman's characterization. He's more serious in Sonic Frontiers than he is in other Sonic games, so seeing the more goofy side of him interact with Sage, it might be a little strange. I mean, it would probably still be more entertaining than Orbot and Cubot. Honestly, I take back my hot take if she would just come in and replace those two. But as it stands, I just don't really feel like she fits in Eggman's current lineup. But if she does show up in the next Sonic game, I would be happy to be proven wrong. And my last hot take, yes, I said we have more after this, but they're just not from me. Probably my biggest one. I think Amy was better off when she was obsessed with Sonic. Alright, now put down your pitchforks, hold on, let me explain. The first thing I want to say is that we've really only gotten one Sonic game with this new characterization of Amy, and that was in Sonic Frontiers. And in Sonic Frontiers, she was more of the beating heart of Team Sonic. She wants to spread love throughout the world, she believes in the power of love. But personally, that's just kind of boring to me. I just feel like her personality and her expressiveness and her entertainment value was way better before. And I know this new Amy was a breath of fresh air to a lot of people because they weren't really jiving with the whole obsessed with Sonic character. Personally, I didn't mind it that much. I just feel like this new character of hers is just bland. Again, just like with my last hot take, please prove me wrong. I want to know and love this new Amy better than the last one. So that's it for my hot takes, but when I made the post asking if you guys wanted a hot takes video, Pastel over here actually put some hot takes of their own. If you guys have hot takes of your own or you just want to roast mine, put them down in the comments below. I will be very happy to make a part 2. We have 5 hot takes to go over here. Let's do it. Shipping is unneeded. Contrary to what I just said about me liking Amy's obsessed with Sonic character more than her current character, I can agree with this hot take. This hot take reminds me of this tweet I saw a couple weeks back. Power scaling is shipping for straight men. Because I mean, yeah, shipping really isn't needed and power scaling is way more interesting. Personally, I like Knuckles and Rouge's dynamic, but I don't need them to be like a confirmed couple or anything. Same thing with Sonic and Amy and whoever else this community ships. Actually, I really don't want to know. But yeah, shipping is unneeded, and honestly, it probably just won't ever happen in the Sonic canon. Shadow is overrated. Wow, that is a hot take, and honestly, I have to disagree. Shadow is just by far the most interesting of all the Sonic characters. He has the most interesting lore. His interactions with other characters is the most interesting. He has some of the most interesting powers. And he's just a cool guy. Like, modern iterations of Shadow definitely aren't as cool as past iterations. I feel like now they just make him edgy for edgy's sake. But man, this year alone, we got Sonic X Shadow Generations, and later we're getting Sonic Movie 3. And I mean, not for nothing, Shadow Generations is an amazing game. And I really like his character in that game. They didn't give him the usual edginess that they do in the modern iterations, and they gave him more depth and more humanity, and I loved it. And just this year alone shot Sonic stocks through the roof. The year of Shadow. That is Shadow's effect. He is not overrated. Next hot take. Rouge's prime outfit is better than her current one. This is Rouge's normal outfit, and this is Rouge in her prime outfit. And don't do what I just did and search up Rouge the Bat on Google. My eyes burn. Please drop a like on this video before I pour bleach in my eyes. I mean, I guess I like the purple bodysuit on her better. The colors definitely mesh well. But I just feel like her old design is just too iconic to let go. Actually, no, I gotta take OG. What are those? She's got stock generic purple boots. She doesn't have the cool white with the hearts at the end. Nah, we're taking OG. Devin Mack wasn't a good Sonic voice. I feel like Devin Mack did his job. He made a Sonic voice for a Sonic primarily for a kid's cartoon. But if he was put in a more serious Sonic role, I don't really know if his voice would translate that well to that role. But for what it was, I think he did a fine job. Oh boy, the last one. Blaze is better than Amy. Wow, that is a bold take. I know we were just talking about how Shadow's overrated, but if we want to talk about overrated Sonic characters, Blaze has to be at the top of my list. Like, I get the appeal. She's a super cool fire princess that is a rival to Sonic. She even has her own super transformation. But I don't know, maybe it's just I haven't played Sonic Rush in a while, but she just never came off as that special to me character-wise. Like in Sonic 06, she was basically just a background character until it came for a moment to sacrifice herself. And like, not for nothing, Amy does have way more opportunities to showcase her stuff than Blaze does. So that's another reason I just don't agree with this hot take. I don't think Blaze is better than Amy, and I think Blaze is an overrated character. But that was the hot takes video. Oh boy, I can't wait to read the comments on this one. So if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Let's hit that ASAP. But if you guys have any hot takes of your own, put them down below, and maybe I'll make a part 2 and react to your hot takes. That's all from me. Thank you, I love you, and I'm out. Bye, guys.